We finally did it! We finally started the Villain midweek social rides. Midweek rides. One of those. It's a ride on a Wednesday. We out here, first Wednesday Villain ride, whatever. First climb. Not necessarily. I don't know, maybe, but like it's short if we come out here. So I've been thinking about the ride a little bit and a few things about the Villain midweek rides, and this might be something you might want to do in your community as well. So first thing is, it can't be super hard. I've been avoiding like really long steep climbs. The terrain here in my area is kind of hilly. There are some really steep climbs, but they're usually really short. So if you just power through it, you get to the top and then you get to enjoy the downhill fairly quickly. I don't want it to be too hard, and I want the pace to be relatively steady, not too surgy. I mean, for the ride leader. For the rest of the group, if they want to go fast, they can go fast. But for the ride leader, which is usually me, I'll try to keep it steady and not too fast. I'm gonna gauge my effort on the rest of the group. Regroup. Kala ko niya, pahitan mga gagmay ba eh? Uphill sprint. Nagpa-picture sila kay first timers biya.
Picturean dito kay mulingkod ka niya ng heart.
Oh yeah, the heart.
Ana yung picture eh. Gwapo kay view ana.
Mo agi gyapon tato.
Agi niya magana ni ka.
BL dayon. Brother love.
Brotherly love. And then ideally, if the ride splits, I'm going to have another group leader who can take the helms of the other group if it splits up and can lead them back to the cafe at the designated time. And the routes will tend to change. The nice thing about my area, about where I am, is that there's a lot of little roads that interconnect with each other. And that means that I can cycle in the same relative area, but the routes can change pretty much every time. I've done the Villain midweek ride twice now, and the first ride, it was kind of wet. It was kind of rainy the day before, so the roads were wet, so I avoided all of the off-road stuff. But the last Villain ride, the second one, we did a bunch of off-road stuff, and that was really fun, and it was in the same general area. So ride out is at 5:35 a.m. and then usually we hit the cafe from 7 to 7:30 a.m. Since the rides are on a Wednesday, the idea is that if you live near the area, if the ride ends at around 7 to 7:30, you can skip the coffee and go straight home, and you can go to work since, you know, it is the middle of the week. Oh, uli na mo? Ano? For people interested in joining the ride, I've been posting it on my social media, on my Facebook and Instagram. Instagram's probably the best place. I'll just post it in a story the day before. So I'm gonna try to keep that as consistent as possible. So far, the meetup place and then the ending coffee spot doesn't seem like it's gonna change anytime soon. We'll see, but for now, that's what it looks like. My goal really is to just show other people here in Cebu that there are other places to ride instead of the usual hill up Busai, especially on my edge of the city. It's fun riding, to be honest. You just have to be able to go a little bit out of your comfort zone. But the other goal is to also form some sort of community in this area, some sort of community of people who know that this ride is going to be there every Wednesday, and hopefully slowly but surely this community forms, and even when there are days that I'm not around, that the ride will still continue to happen. That is the goal. If you follow the channel, I posted a video before about a Rafa ride, and what I'm trying to do now, this villain midweek ride is inspired by that Rafa Friday ride in Singapore. I forgot exactly what they call it, but it was inspired by that because I realized that there's so much value in having a consistent schedule where you know people will just show up and ride, and have it be a safe, fun, non-judgmental group, ideally. So far, it's been very non-judgmental. We just ride. Whoever shows up, we get to ride. Doesn't even matter what bike you bring. Just show up, bring a bike, and we will ride. Ideally, you can go off-road though. Lately, it's been a good group of people, and I just want to make sure and be very clear that this is open to all. You can ride with us on the Wednesday. It doesn't matter who you are, you can just go ride. Ideally, you don't mind riding off-road. We had a guy, his name's Daniel, he showed up twice now, and the first time it was mostly all roads. He was fine, he brought a road bike. And then the second time, he still brought his road bike, but he was very adept going off-road. I've ridden with him before, and he seems to have a lot of fun. But it was fun to see him bring his road bike through the off-road stuff. Maybe that's a future video. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep this going for as long as possible. I might have difficulty doing it in September though, because this guy's coming. This guy. We'll see what the kiddo thinks about the Wednesday rides. But for now, let's keep this going.